Once. So everyone by now has heard about the martial law that was declared in South Korea. It's just all of a sudden, just boom, out of nowhere. Martial law right now, declared by President Yoon Suk Yeol. And a bit later, after some wrangling and some pressure from his own party and the opposition party, he finally decided to lift it. So basically, South Korea goes completely into martial law because the president is accusing his opposition in the Democratic Party of being pro North Korea and doing anti-state work on their behalf. Basically accusing him of being controlled by the North because he's pushing through, not pushing through, but has always taken a softer stance, like they are us and we should be one, and basically a non-hostile stance towards the North. So logically, in the mind of the current president, that means he's controlled by Kim Jong-un. Now, the Democratic Party opposition leader Lee Jae-myung has slammed the move as completely unconstitutional, which, when you go out and you declare martial law, you don't vote on it or even ask anybody's opinion on it. That kind of is unconstitutional and anti-democratic. So, but it didn't really last all that long. It was a couple hours later, 190 lawmakers went into the National Assembly building and voted to lift it, like unanimously. Everybody, even the people in his own party, said, "No, this martial law is wrong. Stop it right now." But the military refuses to go. They're not going to go until the president actually tells them to leave, which is very, very strange and a very undemocratic move. Now, because of this, protesters have gathered outside the National Assembly and begun calling for the arrest and imprisonment of President Yoon Suk Yeol after he imposed this martial law on Tuesday night. Now, as one can imagine, this is a very unpopular move because people don't really like martial law. Nobody wants this. But as I said, eventually he did give in and end the whole martial law situation based on what people are calling, some people are calling his paranoia over alleged DPRK connections, which I don't believe that he really thinks there's a connection there. He's just saying it because this is the opposition and he's under a lot of pressure from them, especially going and declaring martial law. I think that maybe he thought some people would be on his side, that was protecting the country by going into martial law. But, well, if it was a calculated move, he calculated wrong. Now, there's a lot going on between these two parties that has made this such a terrible situation, and one that we're basically looking to overthrow democracy over. Okay, the opposition shot down a 2025 budget bill last week. They said, "There's the budget. We vote on it." They said no. And there has been, from the opposition, has been calling for like probes into scandals surrounding the president's wife and senior officials. So there's at least some idea or perception of corruption there. Again, innocent until proven guilty. But it does appear that there is corruption within his government, and the opposition is calling for an investigation into this, which, would undermine his presidency and then seek to help him be elected in the next election. So his response is to accuse the Democratic Party of being pro North Korean, like a force, like actually works for them and pushes all of that through, when really all they are is sympathetic to the North because, they're both Koreans, and I assume that there's still some hope left of there being like a reunification. It'd be immensely difficult, but theoretically it could happen. So that's the basic rundown of the situation that's going on inside of South Korea right now. It seems like martial law was put into kind of to stifle all of the criticism that's being thrown at the current president, Again, if this was a calculated move to get people on his side by accusing his opposition of being pro-North, uh, it was bad calculation and did not work at all. So I think that's really what's going on here. This is just a move intended to intimidate opposition within the country, that if they do continue to push against him, call for probes into alleged misconduct, that this is the kind of punishment for that sort of thing that they could look forward to in the future.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.